we all need to be extremely concerned about the rise in tensions, the rise in threats of violence, the rise in actual acts of violence, and the rise in hatred. And I think one of the most important things for all of us to do is to remember who we are as Canadians. When the Quebec City mosque shooting happened, members of the Jewish community stepped up in support of the local mosque here in Sault. When there were terrible incidents of anti-Semitism in Canada and in the United States over the past years, the Muslim community showed up at the synagogue here in the Sault. Because Canadians stand up for each other. We hear each other's pain, grief, and support each other. And yes, what's happening in the Middle East right now is causing a lot of devastating emotions. Fear, anger, grief on all sorts of different communities, but particularly both the Muslim and the Jewish communities across Canada. And what we need to do as Canadians is remember who we are as we lean on each other, as we go out and visit our friends in the Jewish community, stand with our friends in the Muslim community, participate in calls for peace, for significant humanitarian pause, for getting hostages out, getting Canadian citizens out of Gaza, flowing in humanitarian aid, and coming together as a community, not because we're all going to agree in every way on the next steps going forward, but because we can all agree that we need to be there for each other, and that we don't wish ill on any of our neighbors in this country, regardless of what's happening around the world. Liberal MPs are united, as are just about all Canadians, united in wanting to see the violence reduced against civilians in the Middle East. We need to see humanitarian aid flowing in. We need to see the Jewish hostages released by Hamas. We need to see civilians of other nationalities like Canada continue coming out of Gaza. And we need to start building that lasting peace and security in the region. It is not too soon to do that. So even as we're calling for a significant humanitarian pause, we want to start working to how we're going to get to that two-state solution, how we're going to get to a secure and prosperous Palestinian state alongside a secure and prosperous Israel. That's the end goal on this. That's what we are all united in trying to focus on as Canadians.